Cena just comes out. The referee comes out to John Cena and says something along the lines of Undertaker here. He wants to fight. And then Undertaker eventually comes. But before that, Cena's in the ring. And then your guy's boy, Elias, comes out. The lights dim.
Not really my guy. It's more so Joe. But I appreciate Elias.
He's good, man. But he got buried,
he got squashed.
He got buried, dude.
He got completely destroyed, but not before completely destroying the entire city of New Orleans.
Well, John Cena, we got to remember, was a little tipsy, so maybe maybe he was a little more aggravated.
All I know is that Elias did exactly what he had to do. Get an entire stadium of people to boo the living hell out of him, and then get buried by John Cena.
Who then got buried by the Undertaker.
Can I just really quick say something about this match? Because, there's really nothing much to say about it. I thought, this whole take of how they built it up was so stupid. I mean, it couldn't have been worse. But I think now this is going to honestly lead to another match happening at WrestleMania 35, possibly the main event. So it's finally Undertaker's last match because, John Cena could be like, oh, he caught me off guard, or I wasn't ready because I was in the fans drinking, or all this stuff. I really see, this has been a theory for a while that I've been seeing a lot over Twitter, if you're constantly on Twitter, for wrestling news, whatever the case is, where, it's looking like they're building it up towards WrestleMania 35. So, I mean, it's just, I don't know. I just thought it was stupid. And how do you, squash John Cena? It's
and the
Undertaker
weird, looked pretty good here.
He did look good. He did.
He was running around. He hit an old spot, jumping off the top rope.
That was like, oh my God, am I 9
I
again?
know, right? My dad was like, oh man, we're going back to the 9. It was cool for a little bit, and then he got hit and he got slammed by an AA, and it was like, oh, there he goes. So
that was pretty much that. Very stupid. The build for it was really stupid, and then let's see what they have going towards WrestleMania 35, if it is anything.
I've been watching wrestling for over 20 years, and this was one of my most frustrating moments in wrestling history.
Oh, I think there's a more frustrating moment later on in this card.
For you guys, maybe, and I know which one you're talking about, but this was prime real estate on Monday Night Raw that they built this to. You're talking the 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock hours, they would have Cena come out to build this match.
Yep.
And it never led to anything. Undertaker never came out, and you knew he was going to come out at Mania, and you thought it would be for an actual match, and the fact that they just did a squash match, easily the shortest match on the show,
100%,
2 minutes and 45 seconds, was just an atrocity. It shouldn't have happened. And yeah, if this builds eventually to WrestleMania 35, which I wouldn't mind, it should have either just not happened at Mania this year or happened. It should have just been a full-on match in the main event. I was so upset. I can't even put into words how dumb this is, man.
This went faster than the Bludgeon Brothers match, and I consider that a squash match, so this is complete burial.
Unfortunately, though, I will have to disagree with you, Justin. This was definitely not the worst build, though, because we'll get to the match that was probably the worst build.
That was awful, too.
Which we'll get to.
They were both really bad.
So
let's go to something more positive.
I am dead serious that from Angle and Rousey, it got pretty bad here.
Yeah, it really did.
This is straight downhill.
This next one was okay.
Yes, but I didn't like the way it was booked, but
Eye of the Storm.
It had a good, happy ending. It's Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon defeated Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn by submission, and this was, if Owens and Zayn won, they would be rehired to SmackDown, so clearly
it's the
WWE to Raw.
No, it's the WWE.
It says SmackDown.
No, I'm telling you, they said it during the thing. They are fired from WWE, which obviously you can get rehired, whatever.
They're going to Raw.
They're going to be on Raw.
Or even NXT would be cool.
I said it to my dad and uncle. My dad and uncle were just like, that's a great idea, is that they get hired to Raw and then during the draft get traded back to SmackDown. That would be hilarious.
Well, supposedly, if you're really looking for something to do, that's actually kind of cheap because I've been looking at it. Backlash. That's supposedly where, some draft rumors are expected to happen, where it's going to be around there.
It'd be cool if that was a pay-per-view that they had to fight for drafting rights.
Yeah, that's what, might be happening there. So that'd be pretty interesting to go to. So if you're looking for something to go to, and, whatever the case is,
it's in New Jersey, right?
Yeah, it's hour and a half drive.
Backlash is going to be so much better than WrestleMania.
I might have to invest in something again.
I think Backlash has potential to be one of the best pay-per-views of the year. We don't know what the matches are going to be. But it's great to see Daniel Bryan back. He looked really good. Unfortunately, I didn't like how Shane had to carry a lot of the match because he's not the best worker.
I'm not going to lie. I liked the beginning of the match with Shane. I thought it was very cool to see him doing some of the things he did because he was very athletic compared to what he normally does.
Looked like he was dying. Sorry.
Yeah, and then he got hit, and it was like, and then there it went. But I thought the direct opening of the match where he was like, "I'll take him alone, ring the bell." I thought it was really awesome to watch Shane for a little bit, and then he got hit and it got really slow, and I was like, all right, now I'm lost.
Yeah.
I'm just happy, like I said, to see Daniel Bryan doing his thing. You could tell how happy he was to step into the ring the first time against Sami Zayn.
That first flip was cool.
And now let's build up Daniel Bryan versus Johnny Gargano, WrestleMania 35, please.
I'm
Thank
all
you
for that.
He even started the build on Facebook.
Yes.
Who did?
Daniel Bryan.
Bryan.
He
He's
said
like,
he wants Gargano on SmackDown.
Yep.
I want to see that.
All right, let's move to the next match.
Sorry, Dom.
Daniel Bryan and Shane won. Nia Jax defeated Alexa Bliss.
And killed Mickey James.
Yeah, what happened? Mickey James got attacked, and then
No,
what happened?
good, good, because I actually like that, where
dead.
Nia Jax was like, you know what, screw you, Mickey, I'm going to attack you first, get you out of here, destroys her. It's going like, Nia Jax was literally the Hulk, slamming Mickey James back and forth into like the barrier.
Like Loki?
Yeah.
I am very surprised that Wikipedia didn't update to say Mickey James died.
Yeah.
Very surprised about that.
This was fine. I mean, there was a good story going into it. You weren't going to have Nia lose. I think Carmella's going to cash in either tonight or tomorrow.
I hope.
I don't know on which show.
I know, it's...
But we'll see.
She's going to lose. That's why this just makes me upset.
Alexa Bliss is the future of the women's, along with, you know... The women's division's awesome right now with Sasha and Bayley.
It rivals the men's.
And all these women that are, you know, going to be coming up, and Alexa Bliss, and even Nia can hold her own. She did look pretty solid, except her outfit was not really good.
I have to say, what is going on with Carmella? What is she doing?
She's just, well, I mean, technically she's allowed
When
to
is
hold...
she going to cash in?
She's allowed to hold it until the next Money in the Bank pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
The day before that is her last day to cash in, which obviously it wouldn't be because that would probably be at a live event, which is probably not going to happen.
It could be like the last... It could even be at the event. Maybe they'll do something like that. I don't know what the technicalities are. I'm sure we'll be on a big stage.
It's
That's why I'm
wrestling.
thinking it could be, you know, SmackDown this week, because they haven't done it on a SmackDown yet after WrestleMania. Actually, they did. Jack Swagger did it years ago, but we're not going to talk about that.
Jack Swagger.
Let's talk about the match that I think was a bit of a disappointment.
This is a letdown.
AJ Styles defeated Shinsuke Nakamura. Who would have thought that both Royal Rumble winners would lose?
You say it's a letdown, but after the outcome of this, you know it's continuing, and I think it's going to finally live up to the hype.
Of course. Now that there's actual heat between these competitors, I think this is going to lead to a potential rivalry of the year.
I think also Shinsuke's entrance was amazing.
Oh, that was sick.
Also have to say, too, I cannot believe that Charlotte came out to play guitar for him. That was pretty cool to see.
Yeah, I didn't know she could play guitar.
Per my uncle, that was a pretty cool thing to see Charlotte come out and play guitar. I thought it was a complete letdown of a match. I thought this could have been 1,000,000% better, but I agree with you. The ending, you know, I definitely think this is something to look forward to. I just wish they had either done this before Mania or maybe even months ago. Like, maybe after Rumble.
I like the shock of it, though, where, you know, it's not really expected. You know, now they're going to have it continue. I think Shinsuke is honestly going to be a really good heel. I mean, even just between what he did yesterday and just him walking away and saying, like, need a face in, like, a more of, like, not like a jokingly way.
Yeah.
You know, I just thought it sounded evil, which is going to, you know, just need a face. But, like, the way he said, I don't know, there was something about it where I think this is actually going to be a really good feud going forward.
I completely agree. You know, it's a shame that AJ hasn't had that breakthrough WrestleMania moment. His match versus Jericho was a letdown. His match versus Shane was all right. And this one was, you know, it's going to get better, but not at Mania. The thing is, this is like 5 hours into the show. I'm drained by this point, man.
Yeah.
I've been up since 9 o'clock during the day. You know, you hang out during the day, you watch other sports. It's just mentally draining to watch wrestling, especially with the night before that with the NXT show, which was so good, which we'll have to get to real quickly, and the Hall of Fame, which was like 7 hours long too. So just the whole week is very draining. But let's move to Dom. I'm going to let you take this one. Match 13 on the show.
Yes, it was Braun Strowman and his famous partner. He got out of the crowd. Nicholas defeated Cesaro and Sheamus. And if there's not not a way. This is honestly a joke. This just shows how awful the Raw Tag Team division is. And what does this even mean for the Raw Tag Team Championship? Like, it means it's nothing. I mean, Braun Strowman and a kid beat Sheamus and Cesaro. And to be honest, at first, remember when this whole thing happened, I was thinking, okay, Braun Strowman maybe alone would kind of be interesting. Braun Strowman should have been alone. That's at least a little better than having a 10-year-old kid with this. What is it going to happen tonight? Is this kid going to be there? And what is going to be the answer for this? Like, I've never thought of something so stupid, and like the way they ruined this, where it could have been Neville, Lashley, Rey Mysterio, Kurt Hawkins even. You saw it last week. Like, he chose a 10-year-old kid instead of Kurt Hawkins. Like, I understand the guy is 0-126 or whatever it is, but it's so stupid. I honestly, this is the most disappointing thing I could have ever seen. And my friends are over. Angry. My friends are over who don't even really watch wrestling, and I'm like, great, they're gonna see this.
I'd be so embarrassed. I'd be so embarrassed for you.
Yeah, and I'm just like, this is not what it is, guys. This is
you
not
have to
what
defend
it is.
yourself now, right? You have to explain.
This
doesn't happen all the time. For me, watching this match, it put Sheamus and Cesaro in the worst light possible, delegitimized the tag team titles, and I said it then. I said it to you before, Justin. If Cesaro would have hit that kid, I would have put Cesaro to my number 2 favorite wrestler of all time.
He should have. He tweeted after. He's like, stupid kid.
He should have swing and uppercut that kid. Quick pin, you win the belts.
Like, I feel bad for this kid because he's getting a lot of hate for the past however many hours it's been. I'm not good at math, but but it's stupid. It's so stupid. And obviously, I think if this kid is going to be on Raw tonight, then it definitely wasn't just some random kid.
I heard it's referee John Cohn's son, who's probably the best ref in the company right now. Yeah.
Oh, this is so stupid.
Didn't he do the main event?
I'm not sure.
Probably.
Well, let's move to the main event. First of all, I don't even want to talk about this. It was that bad.
Yeah.
It's up there with the Taker thing. It's up there with the gobbledygooker. It's awful wrestling. But this, I don't know if I told you guys that I think Brock Lesnar's going to win, but I told my friends that I got Brock winning this, and there's Brock Lesnar taking on Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship, and this was our main event for WrestleMania 34. It wasn't awful. I think their match at the previous Mania was much better, but the ending was great. You didn't like that with the blood?
No.
I loved it.
Because here's my thing is, Brock was trying so hard to get into this match. You saw it. He was cursing. He was getting into it. He ripped his gloves off. He's jumping. He's getting into it. He's screaming, going nuts. Brock tried to get into that match. The problem is for the last, how many years now have they been trying to build this match? A year?
Since WrestleMania 31.
So 4 years?
Yeah,
3 years? 3 years they've been building this. And Roman kicks out of, 4 F5s? No reaction.
4
or 5 F5s. No reactions. He hits him with the spears and the Superman punches. They don't react. There are no finishers that work on either guy, so there's no dramatic effect. You know he's going to kick. You know that both of these guys are going to make it through every finisher. The problem is you protected the F5 so much to the point where we all knew he's going to kick out of the F5, so who cares? And he did it 4 times. If you had at least one other person kicking out of the F5, anybody. It could have been the smallest guy in the roster to say, hey, look, there's a chance. There's a chance other people can make it. Instead, you built Roman to this pedestal that Roman's the only guy. Yet Roman's lost quite a few times in the past year from today. So you didn't build Roman the right way. People were booing Roman more than they booed Brock, honestly.
Which I called.
Which you called. It's honestly, I think they made a good choice keeping Brock champion. After this,
I hope he loses the title tonight.
Roman needs to be a heel. This guy's got to be a bad guy. It's the only way you're going to get him over because people already hate him.
See, you're glad about the
reason.
Look, I understand, you're glad about the move in terms of Brock winning because obviously the crowd may have wanted that more. But do you realize that this guy has honestly, it's not even 100%, there's not a 100% chance. I wouldn't even say, there's not even a 50% chance he's going to be there tonight.
I don't, honestly, this is how.
You think he's going to be there tonight?
Probably not. Or you know what? He will be there tonight. I think he'll be there tonight. But this is my thing, because I was thinking about it from what I said last week. Last week, I said that I'd rather have Roman as a present champion than Brock as an absent champion. But think of it this way. You have a guy who they built the complete wrong way. They built this guy the wrong way. He should be a heel. He should not be a face. You're building the wrong way. Why would you take a chance on him being built the wrong way as a face, not that great, when you could take Brock, a guy who people already hate. People hate Brock Lesnar. I hate Brock Lesnar at where he is. But turn it into something. Tell him, hey, listen, we'll pay you extra, whatever it is. Give him one more short-term contract and be like, listen, you're going to be a heel, and we're going to turn Roman heel. We're going to make him worse than you. You're going to put him over at Backlash, and that'll be the end of you. You pay him the money he wants and do it the right way. Restart. Because obviously from that main event, you could see this is awful. CM Punk, Rusev Day, the chants are endless. These people did not.
Yeah,
they did not like